Welcome back to Imported Opinions. I might fire my cameraman after this one, but at least I got my co-host back after 2 episodes.
What do you mean? Like you got back? You had 2 episodes?
You do know that you missed 2 episodes.
I don't even watch our original ones.
All right, so don't even waste your breath on this guy. In any case, I'm still happy he's back because I don't have to carry the load anymore. What else did I wanted to say? I was trying hard to skip drinking wine this time because this is getting dangerously close to alcoholism, honestly. I had to do back-to-back drinking. In any case, you don't want to know that. So, my co-host, do the intro of our amazing guest.
Right, yes. Anyways, about the drinking and stuff, I don't think that's ever a problem. I mean, we do this maybe once a week. And it's also wine. So, that's pretty good. Anyways, Levan, what we have today and our guest is also special, just like others. So, just to give you a short intro, it would be that from a self-destructive kid who got kicked out from every school to a black belt owner in a style of the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, fighting with his demons, not on everyday life, but on an actual war as well. Broken, struggling with life, physically, mentally. But right now he's residing in Tbilisi. He is okay. I at least hope so. Physically and mentally. This is a story about a man who was a problem and became a solution. Welcome to Imported Opinions, Vlad. It's good to have you here. Cheers.
Yep. Thank you very much.
Cheers, brother.
Happy to be here.
You missed that he's from Ukraine, our beloved country.
Oh, this is something that I left.
As a surprise. Okay. Okay, Vlad, you can say hi to our audience. And
Hi, everyone. My name is Vlad. I'm a digital marketer from Ukraine. I'm also a Brazilian Jiu Jitsu black belt. And as he said, I live in Tbilisi now for, I think, 6 months. Super happy to be here.
Awesome. Nice. Do the clapper also.
Yeah.
This is for the clip farming, you know.
This is what I want to ask you and start from this part. Like when Levan sent me your bio, which was like the 3-page bio, and we were discussing it before we started. I have never seen someone who was talking about his mental stuff so openly in just like typing ever. I mean, we were discussing that is really rare for someone to speak about this. Not, I mean, in an actual conversation, but just like in a typing. So, is that not a problem at all for you to?
What I told him about this is that like the moment you meet this guy, you will realize that okay, he just he doesn't care. Like it's very normal, very chill for him. But like, we still want to know. Like he's very curious.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it has. So I think obviously when the first times when I like, okay, listen, I need to get treated is when you're in Ukraine, 2022, you're being bombed, you like constantly. And I'm like, listen, I'm not ready for a depression while I'm being bombed. I just need to go and take care of it. So, and everybody around you we just went from a COVID lockdown into a war. We're all just damaged. So not only is everyone around you thinking about their mental health. And then, during the war in Ukraine, there was a big factor of mental health. Mental health was available for free everywhere. Sorry, mental health care was available to everyone, to refugees and so on and so forth. Inside the country, you could go and say, like, listen, I have no money, but I want to get treated. That was also possible. Now, I have a job. I'm not going to take any, like, handouts. So I'm like, listen, I'm just going to go to a therapist. And then I'd say I came in with one thing, and I left with many more things. But maybe by when I moved out of Ukraine, it was in 2024. That's when I realized how messed up my mental health was, because you are constantly in a state of stress. So I think it took me like 6-7 months to just, oh wow, I'm in a normal state. Like I can just go outside. There's no curfew. There's no bombings. It's like I was in Batumi a month ago, and then someone just lets off a firework next to the Orbi building.
Yeah.
Man, I froze for like a minute. I'm like, holy shit. Oh wait, I'm in Georgia. Whatever, bro. So in Ukraine, mental health is just a normal thing that is discussed. We all care about each other mental health. right? First, it was just, are you safe? Are you okay? Are you good? My daily thing would be just to wake up and message all of my friends, are you good? You alive? How are you feeling? You need to talk. You need a friend. Like, you want to go for a walk. People would do a lot of things for each other. It's fucked up. There's just some situations which are so horrible. So it's just a given. So, and then when you go outside, maybe it's not discussed as much by many other people in many other cultures, especially if you're like in some culture that places a lot of accentuates masculinity and like, oh, you cannot be sad and so on and so forth. But we had a slightly different situation. Like, the whole country has PTSD. The whole country is not depressed, but has something. You know what I mean? It's not normal to live in a state of, oh, there's a bomb.
Yeah.
Like, dude, 1,000 drones a day? 1,000 drones a day? You know how much? It's like, that's crazy. Like, in the Middle East war right now, there's like, 20 per week? We're having 1,000 a day. So just to give you an example of...
The scale is way higher compared to Middle East, even up to date, right?
Yeah, so like, reach out to your friends, ask how they're doing, right? It just became like a habit, if I could say. And then people around me also, everybody started going to a therapist, and it was just such a... I was also surprised by how open everybody is when you tell them, oh, I went to therapy, and they're like, oh my God, no way, and I did this, and you did this, and we're like, oh wow, I'm not alone in this, and everybody around you does it. So that was also kind of cool. I would say though, more women than men is if
they're tougher.
I don't think necessarily tougher. It's just if I speak to women, they're like more welcoming. They're like, oh,
the females are more open.
Yeah, but like going to therapy and actually doing therapy. I think for men, there's more of a resistance to it. But the men in my circle also, they go to therapy. I even have like a big dude, like he's 4 years old. He trains, he works out. Like his life is all about being tough and rough. He's in Slovenia, by the way. He also, like, we spoke to each other, gave him some tips. Dude, he messaged me like, I think a few months ago. He's like, dude, thank you very much. That was one of the better decisions I made. Just because I suggested he goes to therapy.
Yeah.
So, I guess, again, we improve our life with it, right? We improve our quality of life. It's just to live a healthier life. I'm like, if I'm spending all of this stuff in the gym, I can just go and train my mental health as well. That's how I looked at it.
No, it makes perfect sense, honestly, considering the circumstances.
So the way I look at it is this, like many people, they're afraid to go to the gym, like, oh my God, but I need to get in shape first. Oh, but I can't run, but I don't know what to do. I think it's the same with therapy. A lot of people will resist it, but once you get into it, like, oh, it's pretty okay. But I'm also not a big fan of like, oh, I'm in therapy for 6 years. Like, bro, like, this is not therapy. Just get out. Like,
the end, right?
Yeah, you get in, you do your stuff, you get out. Also, that's another thing I'm a big fan of.
Right. After you explained, now it makes sense. It's just that with Levan, I was discussing that we've been friends for more than 20 years. And even with him, I might struggle to share some kind of an information. And in your bio, just in the 3-page, I read so many stuff that I was thinking, this man should write a book, or someone should write a book about him. Seriously.
There's something I don't know about you or something.
I know. I would still tell you anything. But there might be. That's what I'm saying.
All
okay.
Right.
At least I'm not gonna chat you with
feel
about.
Feel free not to share it. Probably I shouldn't know.
But after that explanation, that totally makes sense. All right. Well, what we can do is we can start your life, because I'm really curious about that. Let's go way back to the school time. So you mentioned that you've been kicked out of almost every school. What was the reason for that?
And for the context, so you moved to Belgium when you were 9.
Yep.
And then later you moved back to Ukraine.
Correct, yeah.
All right.
So I was born in Russia. I spent some years in Russia, and then so my childhood was like between Ukraine and Russia. So, and then we moved to Belgium, and then when I was 28, I moved back to Ukraine.
Yeah.
I moved back. I migrated essentially.
Okay. So never been before in Ukraine?
I'm not really no, I was. I spent, half of my not half, but like maybe a third of my
You traveled
there.
sometimes there.
No, my grandma is there. Like my mom is Ukrainian. My grandma is Ukrainian. My grandpa. So I used to visit like all summer months, like 3 months of summer I would spend in Ukraine. Shorter holidays, like Easter, I would also spend there.
Yeah.
So a few months a year I would spend in Ukraine for sure. My brother is born in Ukraine. So it's like one brother born in Ukraine, me in Russia, oldest in Russia, and then the youngest in Belgium. So we're all like different, born in different parts. But as an adult, when I got my Belgian passport, I started traveling to my grandma, and then
grandma in Ukraine.
Yeah, because I just had so like such warm, fuzzy memories about Ukraine and my grandma. And then it's always, all I remember is just you're taking the night train, like the old USSR trains, and the night train.
Yeah.
And then you meet all of those kids playing there.
Sweet childhood memories.
Because the moms and dads are drinking, and you have all the children there. You just play cards and you smoke cigarettes, while nobody's watching, so that kind of stuff. And so yeah, I just went back to Ukraine, and man, that was a blast. And then I just kept meeting people. I'm like, oh wow, these people can live. Like, god damn, like Belgium is so boring compared to what I'm doing here. But to start from the beginning, basically, just I don't know. I mean, I guess we have to look without making like a therapy session, right? Without looking into parents' relationship and dynamics and all that. I guess I was just a bad kid with a lot of behavioral issues, like a lot of impulsivity, bad self-control, very ADHD, no rules, and if they were there, I wouldn't follow them. I don't respect any authority. I don't care who you are. I don't care how you look. It's just like, if you're not respectful, if I don't like you and you cannot articulate what you want from me, we're not gonna get along. And I guess the only person in my life that could do it, where I was just like mind control, was my grandma, because she just speaks and she asks in a nice way, and I'm like, yes, because I understand what you're doing. But all other people would see me as a bad kid and they would fight me. So as far as I remember, I got kicked out of like 2 or 3 kindergartens. And then
from kindergarten, not from the school.
How does someone get kicked out from
kindergarten? I have no clue. Fighting, cursing, smoking cigarettes.
In kindergarten?
Yeah. I had an older brother, 4 years older. So, I had a little bit of bad influence. Okay. So he would come home with the curses and the cigarettes. I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So... but yeah, I just remember like one of the most vivid memories I have is I'm sitting in at the porch of my house, and my mom comes in. What are you doing here? Shouldn't you be in school? I'm like, oh crap. So that's how she found out that I'm just skipping kindergarten. Yeah. So and then I remember they got me into some other kindergarten where we had to do at a certain point they had to do this. Wolf and Red, what's her name? Red Hood, yeah. And nobody wanted to do it. So like, we need an actor. Yeah, and they need an actor. So I'm like, but I'm already the kid that they took mid of the year, and I'm fighting girls, I'm fighting boys, I'm lifting stones, I'm running out of class. I'm just like chaos. And they're like, who wants to do Wolf? I'm like, I can. They're like, no, but serious, who wants to do the Wolf? I'm like, I can. So they had like a whole, like all of the teachers came together. They called my parents, my grandma, and they had to make sure I'm studying for it, and I'm, actually doing the acting. And then, yeah, and I still have the tape, the VHS tape, that stuff. And they recorded it, and I nailed it. It was amazing. I nailed it. But I was super serious. I'm like, yeah, you want me to do it? I'll do it. Like I'm responsible. I mean, I'm chaotic, but I'm responsible if I apply myself to it. And so we did the thing. And I just remember the teachers crying. I'm like, it wasn't even that great. Like, what do you mean you're crying? But they were crying because they were like
expecting something worse.
They thought I'm gonna go off the rails again, right? So that was it. But then like if you just go like a little bit, you go to the first grade. In my first grade, I came in with a broken arm because I don't know. I climbed into a tree, or I got into whatever. I don't remember what. I fell off something. Came in with a broken arm. First year, I come in like, yeah, broken arm. Hello, this is Vlad. This is your new boy. And then. I think in the first month already like fighting 2 Armenian guys in my class. I remember them still, like 2 brothers. They would always try to pick up a fight with me. But my brother was in the same school, so I would go to him if they would gang up on me, right?
Okay.
And then and then some other boy would also try to fight with me, and then I would judo throw him, and now I'm kicked out of class. And then, but my teacher was this tall Armenian lady, like Larissa Muradovna, and she was such a kind soul. She would beat me with a stick, but always fair. Like it's one of those.
Deserved it most of the time.
Deserved it, but she would never treat me wrong, right? She would.
That's similar to our school as well. Yeah.
Post-Soviet countries, like they used to beat us.
Man, and I don't miss the beatings obviously, but I miss the that was like when you have a person. I don't care if it's a lady or a man. But if they can respect you, yet structure you, scold you, not like, okay, get out of my class. No, she actually like taught me some discipline, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but like the first 3 years, you have one teacher, so she was always with me, and then I left. Then we moved to Belgium. And in Belgium, it's kind of softer because I was just like, shut up.
Yeah, they take.
They were more civilized.
More liberal, yeah. Because
Well, they take it very serious.
Liberal is
it
better
comes to-
word, yeah. Liberal is better word, yeah.
yeah,
for
because
that.
I come in as a chaotic kid, mind you. Belgium.
How was Belgium? Well, let's move to Belgium.
So, as a kid, as I come to school.
No, like your life in Belgium, basically. Since moving, then what happened?
So you're in Belgium, so now you're 9.
Yeah, so we
This
moved,
all happened.
Everything happened before 9.
we moved to Belgium. We moved to Belgium when I'm 9, and I'm just being dropped because we came as refugees, as political refugees. So we get dropped I get dropped into a school on a February, just random midday. I'm in an immigrant neighborhood in a poor school, like whatever. I think there was like maybe 5 white kids. All of the others were like immigrants or local children of immigrants. So I just get in.
Was the language English there?
Dutch.
Dutch. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm from Antwerp, from Flanders.
Oh, you're from Antwerp.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I
We
get
got our childhood buddy there.
Oh,
Okay,
right.
he grew up there, then he moved to Brussels.
Oh, well, see, there you go. Yeah. So yeah, I'm from
You moved to
Antwerp.
Brussels also?
No.
Okay.
Always lived in Antwerp. But I get dropped into the school, and it's like, mind you, mid-year. No language. I mean, I knew some English, I know some Russian, I know some, like, we figured it out, but I spoke Dutch in like 6 months. By the end of the year, I already spoke Dutch. But they're like, where are you from? What did you do? And mind you, there's like a whole family history I cannot go into. And I was just speaking about it openly. And then they would call my parents to the school like, those stories your son is saying, like, are they made up? And my dad, but mind you, my dad comes in, yeah? He's like full of tattoos, yeah? Like prison tattoos.
Okay.
Fingers, everything, but like the old school, you know, like he did it himself. And then like a golden tooth.
No.
With a letter like
Eastern European guys.
yeah, with like a leather, not a jacket, but you know, like the bikers wear,
Right.
what's called
Oh, the
vest.
Well, yeah,
sportsman, the
without
Adidas
the
sports-
gloves, yeah.
yeah. So he comes in, yeah, and he only came to school once. He said, "Now your mom goes." So because it's you cannot like it's everything is just messed up, right? And I think when they saw my father, they realized like, okay, this kid is this is. We get it. This is a lost cause, right?
It's a problem, but we can't touch him.
Yeah, no, like it's not. It's a problem we can't touch him. It's more like it's a problem and we see why.
Well,
Like,
how to integrate this kid into this society, right?
mind you, actually, that immigrant school was the best school I went to because it's me and a bunch of immigrant kids, so we all get along. We all have the same struggle. But then I went to
Where were the rest of the immigrants from? Where were they from? The Muslim
Morocco,
countries, like
Morocco, Turkey. I mean, the Moroccan and
Muslim
Turks. The
countries.
Moroccan and Turks were like not immigrants. They were born there, and their parents were not, but they were born there.
Yeah.
So they were already citizens. But the others were like Yugoslavian war refugees, Chechen war refugees. Not in my
Eastern
school.
Europe and
Balkans, ex-Yugoslavia, ex-USSR, but most of them were Muslim countries. So then I think I spent a few years there. We went to a Belgian school. Oh man, that was wild. Because with the immigrant school, we go outside, and then this guy said something, and I said something, so we just go outside, and we just have a fist fight, and then whoever loses a tooth, whatever. Like you wipe the blood off your face, and you go back to class, yeah. But with the Belgians, you'd beat their ass, and then you'd get like put in the corner, and then their mom would come to class to look for you and then to talk to him. Like, what do you mean? Like, I just beat his ass. Like, he's a boy. Let him handle his business. And then I would be the guy so bad. I think I broke my toe. So I came the next day with a cast on my leg, and the mom was just laughing at me like, look at you, loser. I beat your son, but I have a cast. Never mind. But basically, just to sum it up, I was just a chaotic, violent, kid with outbursts. It doesn't matter who, boy, girl, whoever, everybody can get it. Don't you look at me wrong, you talk to me wrong. And I remember there was a principal. He would, because I think he told me, because I forgot a book. He's like, now you're going to take all of the books with you to home and back. I said, you can eat a dick. And I just threw my bag at him and I left home. So he took the bag. He went all the way to my house with the bag. He called my dad. He spoke to my dad. I got another ass whooping. because in Eastern European countries, if you get an ass whooping from your teacher.
Yeah,
right? Like
that's
a solid ass whooping.
But they like hunt you down to your parents and they ask permission to kick your ass.
Yeah.
I've heard that one before about Belgians.
Eastern Europe, they whoop your ass. They call your parents, and then your parents whoop your ass in front of the teacher as well, because there's nothing you can say. Like they're right.
True.
But in Europe, they can touch you. I remember my first thing when I saw a guy, like a teacher, I think grabbed him or told him to get out. She said, like, who do you think you are? Like, get away from me. I'm like, oh, wow. Like, wow, I would never, like, I just saw my life flash by and then just nothing happens. Like, I could never imagine I could speak to an adult like this. So I'm like, really? So I started pushing buttons. I'm like, Vlad, do this. No.
And then they were like, okay.
And nothing happens. I'm like, no way. I can just get away with
you
this.
have rights in that country.
That's
it's weird.
That's what we call cultural shock. I mean, you're there.
As a kid, you have some rights.
You were raised in
you can actually talk back, right?
Yeah, but mind you, then like a few years later, right, it was one school, again, and when I'm saying schools, I got kicked. So only when I was a young kid, I did like 2 years in one school and then 2 years in another school. But then once it gets, the way the system is split up is 6 years of, what's it called, the first 6 years, and then the second 6 years, secondary and primary. So in the primary school, that was okay. The secondary school, that was a disaster because I was kicked out every year. I think I stayed in one school for 2 years, but that was also the roughest school. So the first school I got kicked out of for obvious reasons, like nothing. It's just, you know, testosterone girls, like, oh my God, look at that ass. So you're just confused by everything in life. So okay, lost cause. But then the next year they send me, because I obviously failed everything. So they send me to a school that has literally allowed to beat you. Like it's I don't know how to translate it from Dutch to English, but it's like a tuchtschool where if you are misbehaving, they will send you either to sports class and they will run you to the ground, or they will just beat you with a stick. And I just remember, like,
so is stick allowed to, like, even in Belgium? That was a like common practice.
Oh no, dude, it's so the way the school was set up, it was like a jail, so you cannot get in or out. There's like cards and beeps. There's no free entry.
Or is it like juvenile kind of?
No, regular school. But the way it was set up is like a juvenile school. So even the playground, yeah. So if like this is the playground, there are lines like this. Nobody can stand near the wall, and there's like teachers patrolling this. And if you step over, they're like out. You know what I mean?
So it's like they try to discipline you.
Yes,
in an extreme way.
It's a disciplinary school. All boys, only 2 girls, because like all the things that was there was like electricity. A car stuff, I don't know.
Oh, like the
mechanica,
the stuff that males are interested
typical
in.
Typical boy stuff. Yeah. And I just remember those things because that was not a great time for me too, because I was getting bigger and I'm also getting a big mouth. So I would fight everyone. Because I had this rule. The first month of school, I have to put my mark on it. I have to take someone and beat their ass. So I think the first year was just
the biggest guy.
Yeah, like whoever, I don't care. Yeah, but not a small guy, right? Because you have to take someone that's serious. So I remember the first month or so, this guy came from the previous school and he was just talking shit all month. I'm like, who are you? Like we just gave you, like, you know, you're the guy that when you leave class, you just pat him on the back of the head and he does nothing. And now
were there mostly immigrants or Dutch people too?
The schools I went to, yeah, because it was broke.
No, this one, like the disciplinary school.
All of the schools I went to, yeah, because I was broke, so I had no money for expensive schools, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I did go to an expensive school once, but then also got kicked out of there. But also not a great look. Nothing of it is a great look. But in that specific school, I think the disciplinary school, that was cool because one of the teachers was ex-military. He was what's it called? A paracommando. The paras, the ones they do.
Maybe in Russian.
Say in Russian, yeah.
I know in Dutch, paracommando. They're the ones that are doing the water and the air and everything. Marines, I guess, is the equivalent of a Marine.
Is it?
Let me just search.
I'm not sure. I'm blanking.
The point being is, like, badass military dude, not some regular military dude. And then he was like a short, like
special force.
Special force, yeah. So, and then, dude, I remember I just spoke back to him, dude, 1 second flashes before my eyes. He has me by the ears, like, over a bench, like, fuck, I'm like crying. Like, dude, it's, you know how debilitating it is when someone grabs you by the ears?
Sounds like a military school.
You just freeze. I'm like, oh my God, like, what is this? Like, I can understand a punch, but when you grab someone by the ears, you put them over the table, I'm like, God,
they know how to hurt you, right?
Yeah, so, and then I was just, or because we had to stand in these queues, like, so the whole school would line up, and then they would go, you go, and then you go, and then you go, and they would go by this whole queues. And then one of the guys was too late, and he was talking smack to the teacher. So I just saw the teacher, because he was short and the Turkish guy was tall. He just slaps him, throws him on the ground, knee on bellies him, slap, slap, slap. You get in line now. I'm like, wow.
You can just talk.
Yeah, and then if I would misbehave, then they would just make me like do running, just like running. running nonstop.
Circles,
Yeah, and I was fat, so I couldn't really run. I did one round and I'm dead. And then we went to like this trip with the school, you know, to the sea or whatever. Like you get bungalows and stuff. And me and my friend, we would go to the girls. Like we were like at night we tried to go to the girls next door, and then we got caught. So they also took us out, and then we had to run rounds, laps. I'm like, God damn it, I hate this shit. I hate it. But like, what do you mean? Like, we're young guys. Let us do like.
Is that the teenage years?
Yeah, it's like 14, 15, 16. I mean, I'm just discovering life. Like, what do you mean? We're on a trip. I can't go outside at night. I wasn't drinking. I wasn't smoking weed. I wasn't doing anything illegal. I was just like, let me talk to girls and let us have some whatever. But yeah, they didn't have any of it. So, but just to sum it up, that's how it always went. It was just fighting, violence, not listening to any teachers. Teachers are garbage. The only ones I loved, like absolutely loved and adored, were any language, any history, language, history, art history, geography. Those teachers.
You did not like the technical stuff.
No, it's the type of people that taught it.
Okay.
Because
they're usually stricter, I guess.
Because I can speak to them and they're actually giving me answers. But the math teacher, rival, arch nemesis. Like every school, arch nemesis, except for one school, an adult school I went to because I failed my.
Yeah, they're usually jerks. I can confirm that. I mean, they are like, you know, because it's a like an exact science. Your answer has to be very specific. So if it's wrong, they're brutal. Like they don't take it. You know?
But not only that, but just like if you would not understand something, I feel as if. Like I remember my teachers were very like I have very warm feelings towards the teachers. Were like, you know, when they would ask what's your religion, I would say like Christian. So then they would sign me up. I would say Orthodox Christian. So then they would sign me up for Orthodox Christian classes. Or they would say we don't have them, but we have Catholicism. I'm like, I find that's fine. Like I don't care anyway. I'm not religious. And then those teachers were the loveliest because I mean, one guy let us like color mandalas and stuff. Another guy, and then he would tell me like principles of life, like what are the things we need in life. Water, food, shelter, and social contact. And I think that, like, I mean, it's not very deep, but when you're 14, it really made me think, and I carried this my whole life. But those people really they left something for me to live with because I can always talk to them. But with math, I was like, I don't get it. Can you explain? It's just like this. I'm like, bro, what's your problem? Come and explain. I'm your student. And then, that's not how we speak to teachers, and then just your relationship goes bad. But I feel like with humanitarian studies or stuff, whatever, you're supposed to ask questions by design. Because when I was 16, I was coming to class and I was asking, like, I was reading Nietzsche, Freud, and I'm like, oh my God, what is this?
Not a good time to be reading German philosophers when you're a teenager.
Right, but it's so interesting, and then like it's as if and then. I loved my Dutch or French or English teachers because I could actually discuss it with them, right? They love reading, they love talking, they love this stuff. But then the math and the whatever and the exact science, they would be always so uptight. And I would have beef. So like, or sports, Jesus Christ, failed everything. So it was like 50-50. Half of it, I'm a genius. Half of it, I'm just failing everything. Because if I don't get it, why would I do it? So that was kind of the problem my whole school career. There's nothing inherently bad. There was nothing inherently bad about me. But it's just that it's either someone wants an ass whooping of the students, and like I don't know why you pick on me. Like I'm not picking on you. I'm leaving you be. I have some anger issues as a teenager. Why out of all these people you pick me to bully? Because you bully me, I'm like, all right, cool, bet. See you after school. I come outside, I'm like, come here. He's like, you serious? I'm like, yes. Whoop his ass. Now his face is full of blood. And now he's crying, and I'm like, snot blowing up. I'm like, well, you just bullied me in school. I said I'm gonna whoop your ass. I just did what I was supposed to do. And then I get detention and bad grades, and I'm the asshole. I'm like, but bro, you could have just not bullied me. So then combine that with, not understanding certain
rules.
Certain not rules. Yeah, I mean rules, yeah, screw rules. But like mostly certain classes. And then if you're falling behind in math, like, what am I supposed to do? So we just start rioting. We just throw tables outside the window, like whatever. Like, what do I do, bro? Like, just let me go. Like, why the torture?
Because you're bored.
Yeah. So yeah, that was just chaos. And
what happened after Belgium?
So you mean
after
when I moved?
What was after school, and when did you get back to Ukraine?
So I was 22 when I got my Belgian passport, and I never traveled before, really.
Oh, so you're EU still?
Sorry?
EU citizen?
Yeah, I'm a Belgian citizen. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So I got my Belgian passport, but I never traveled because I didn't have a job. Pretty poor life until like I had my first job. So then I was dating a girl, and she's like, oh no, wait, yeah, I was dating a girl. I'm like, I think I got my passport in February, and in May I was already in Ukraine. It was like my first thing. Got my passport, bought my tickets, like boom, immediately, like no thought. Came to Ukraine, stayed in Kiev for a week, did not understand a thing. That city is insanely large. It's like, Tbilisi is fine, you just roam around, but Kiev is not. Kiev is not for beginners. I was overwhelmed. So then I went to my grandma, spent a few weeks there, ate all of the food. She was force feeding me. Ate all of the food, took my girlfriend, but mind you, my girlfriend at the moment was Arab. So I'm coming over, like, mind you, my grandma has seen me. The last time she see me, I had a hole in my head, this. And then I leave and I come back with a brown, dark-skinned girl who doesn't speak any language. Yeah, I mean, not
any language that she could understand.
Yeah. It got along so fine, by the way. Still, she was nagging me until the end of her days, like, oh, why didn't you stay with the girl? She was so nice.
Oh, so she liked it. She
liked
her,
yeah. But then the next time I came with another girl, but now she's even darker. But now she's Armenian, so she's like dark.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I'm like, Jesus Christ. Also speaks obviously no Russian, no Ukrainian, just Dutch. But yeah, so in 22 I started going to Ukraine like every year. First time was for 2 weeks. Then it was 2 times for 2 weeks. Then it was a month and 2 weeks. And it was just like twice a year going. And I realized like, wow, this is because I started meeting people from my village, that remember me from when I was a child. Some of them know my brother because they went to school with him. They're like, you're his brother. I'm like, yeah. They're like, oh, no shit, now you're
Was it a small town, this village? Like,
yeah. It's like less than 7,000 people.
Like everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, if I'm walking with my friend, that's how I made friends. I'm walking with my friend, and obviously he knows everyone. There's one school, and there's one job, which is I come from a very small village, and they built it, I think in the 60s or the 70s. It's called Smolino, and it's there's a mine, and they get uranium. So
okay, so it was like
so my grandpa was a miner, right? So what does a miner in a uranium mine mean? You retire by 40 or 50, I think 40.
Yeah, they don't let you more than that.
Because you die young, cancer, stuff like this.
Oh, it's very,
because of the radiation.
A lot of exposure.
Yeah. But also there's nothing to do. My grandpa was a raging alcoholic. So like all the men there usually just default setting alcoholics. Like I thought I could drink until I came there and like,
okay.
Dude, I wake up at like...
They drink it like water, right?
Dude, in May, you arrive there and like still, it's still in 2012, 13, they're still like very close with Russia. So we have all of the May, the May holidays. And it was just a week of drinking. But I mean, you just wake up, you stand up, and I'm like, I'm going to go get a coffee. And you just come in, it's like 9 in the morning, and they're already just a bottle of vodka. They're like, hey, let's go. I'm like, all right, let's go. And before you know it, you're smoking, drinking, and you're like, I have nothing to do anyway, so we just drink your whole... Rough, very rough. Amazing, sunny, lots of fruit, lots of berries, very fertile soil, lots of whatever. You want animals, you just go a little bit further out. But yeah, that was... But I met so many people there, and then those people started migrating to Kiev. And they said, next time you come to us. I'm like, yeah, I know this stuff. I'll just rent a hotel. But they said, no. If you rent a hotel, you're not our friend. I'm like, well, shit, this is serious. But the Belgian in me is like, when you go to a Belgian friend, you have to remember that you need to bring drinks, you need to bring food, or you have to pay for it yourself.
Yeah, I don't love that, honestly. Like that culture is disgusting for me. I've heard that. Is it true, by the way, that like if you're a guest and Dutch family, for example, they dine together, but they tell you to leave because they have to dine or have a lunch or something. So is that true?
so obviously there's if I ask you, are Georgians all bad drivers? Not really.
Obviously, not everybody is like that. But is it a common thing?
Right. So just to put it out there, not all Belgians, not all Dutch people, but hey, if a Dutch guy says, "Hey, we're going to eat," that means get the fuck out.
Yeah, that sounds so weird. Why did they invite you in the first place?
Or this is another Dutch sign. If they clap their knees, say now, that's a sign to get out. That's like Listen, I don't know what it is. I think there's a thing of like we do our groceries once a week and we just plan, all of the meals in reserve.
I know.
Listen,
I mean, I don't understand either. Like that's the most weird thing I've ever heard about the Western culture.
it is bizarre. I could never understand how someone can come into my house and then I'm gonna get force fed. You will have everything available, all the wine, all the food. And if I don't know you're coming, that's one thing. But if I do know you're coming, just let me know like at least an hour before. I will get whatever snacks, food, drinks,
I'm gonna
whatever.
respect you. Like I'm gonna make sure you have a good time.
At least put some tea and some sweets, yeah. Now with Belgians, for example, this is one of those things I remember when I was invited to a New Year's party.
Oh, it happened to you? Like
wait. I just split up with my girlfriend, and I was severely. I mean, just super sad, super sad because I'm like, it's New Year's and I'm just split with my girlfriend. It was mid-December, and my friend tells me, my Mexican friend tells me, hey, we're having this party with our friends. Let's go there. Now, my friend in question is a gay Mexican dude. I also know his boyfriend because they're my clients in the business I was working at the time. So I arrived there and it's like basically like, okay, listen, it's all like managed and cultured. So I arrive in a huge penthouse and it's like 30 gay dudes there, but it's like a huge penthouse in Antwerp in a pretty nice neighborhood in the center of town. And so like doctors and whatever, like
prestigious kind of
And what I didn't know is that my friend, the Mexican friend, he told everyone like, listen, there's gonna be a straight guy there. Everybody be on your best behavior. And everybody was super kind and nice. I'm like, oh, like dude, that's a bunch of gay dudes, and they're also well mannered and respectful and so nice. And I'm like, I was expecting fucking glitters.
Was it just guys or gay girls also?
No, all gay dudes, all gay dudes, all in shape, all looking good. Dude, I felt out of place. I'm like. I mean, guys, you could have at least told me.
I think he tried to get involved or something.
I would have visited a barber. You know what I mean? At least I would have come.
Oh, yeah.
But then when I was standing there, everybody was super friendly, super nice. I knew half of those people because they were also like my customers or something like, I was working in the sports industry. And it was, we had a deal with like thank you. We had a deal with like the most expensive gym. Who trains in the most expensive gyms? Rich gay dudes. Who are my clients? Rich gay dudes. So I arrived there and know half of the room and half I don't. And then one guy, a Bulgarian guy, he just comes up to me like close and like, hey, like my name is this. I'm like, hey, I'm Vlad. He just comes one step closer. I take one step back. He take one step closer. I take one step back.
The person who like kicked everyone's ass in the school and he was beating up everyone. and now, no, someone just says like
it's funny.
Someone just wants to be friendly and
there's a logical reason. There's a logical reason. No, I don't mean like close. This is close. Yeah. No, I mean like in my face close. I mean like you take one step forward and we're rubbing each other, yeah? So he takes that one step. So I take one step back. So he does one more step. And when we talk, I take one step back. And I realize like I'm kind of being, ganged up here. And suddenly, I think I don't remember what I said, but something happens. And the guy, he's like, okay, 1 second. He turns around, he leaves to the other guys. He sits down and I just see him.
Oh, okay, that's whispering. Yeah.
And he just sat there. And then my friend told me, he's like, he was not in the group chat when I said we have a straight guy. So he didn't know.
He thought you were gay. Okay.
Yeah. So he didn't know, baby. Yeah, what else is it? It's a gay party with a gay dude. So there's like one straight guy, right? So everybody was on their best behavior. Best behavior means all of the substances you do somewhere private, and you don't do any.
Best behavior is you don't take step back. You just
no. He's explaining like you take substances in a normal, civilized way.
So obviously those are all like gay dudes, right? And they're all older gentlemen. Also, like some of them are just like 50 plus. Some of them are 30, 40 plus. But they're all well established in their careers. They're millionaires. They're just regular, normal people.
Yeah,
but mind you. But if you come to a party and there's a bunch of women and
eyes wide shut, right?
No. But like imagine you come to a party and there's like a bunch of loose women, the working girls that are there for you. So like every woman you approach, you can take her home. But this specific lady is someone's friend and you didn't know, so it gets kind of awkward. So what happened there was just a little miscommunication. But none of them wants to like it's. imagine if I tell you like, oh, this girl doesn't want you, would you keep approaching her? Like, no, it's harassment. You just stop. So he just didn't know. He didn't know I don't swing that way. But in general, the party was fun, right? The people were fun. The party was fun. But I hope none of them sees this. But the day after, I got sent a bill for what I ate and drank. So so I went to my friend and I'm like, that's a millionaire in a penthouse. I work in a store. I get paid like minimum, whatever, not minimum wage, but pretty low salary. Not even 2,000 euros at the moment. I'm like, is this normal? He says, bro, just pay it. I think he was also kind of, he's Mexican, so they also don't do that. But yeah, or I would go. So what I'm saying, the moral of the story is yes.
Yeah, you got sent a bill. Yeah,
you will get a bill.
I've heard that one.
Because you took a step back.
No.
Yeah, do you think that was the reason, or it was a regular thing?
No, everybody got it.
Would you?
but how did you end up invited in such kind of party? Like,
so my Mexican friend, he knew my girlfriend. He knew me, right?
Yeah.
I broke up with my girlfriend, and I was very sad. So I said, dude, I'm very sad. He said, all right, let's get your mind off things. We're hosting a party. Let's go. But everything was fine. There was not a single issue there. Everything was amazing. It's just that one guy I didn't know I was gay for like the first 5 minutes. I was not gay. So that was it. That was the only thing. So the party was fine. It was just the weirdest thing. The weirdest thing is you get a bill after you ate. I would never imagine sending someone a bill.
It was like a house party, right?
It's like you sending me a bill for the wine that I drank. It's fucking. But like in the Netherlands, again, not all Dutch people, but they have a tikkie. So a tikkie is like it's like a
keep track of what you eat or something.
No. It's like a bank request.
Yeah.
An instant bank request. So I just type in your phone number, boom, and you receive like, €2.50 for the bite of my burger or something. They do that.
I'm very skeptical about this approach. I don't like
really
it very
weird.
much.
That's just really weird.
But it's so common in Western Europe.
Yes,
man.
but I mean, we were not raised in that countries. So for us,
like, I'm not arguing
really
which
no, argue. It's weird.
I'm not saying
which one is right.
Saying,
just,
exactly. I'm not saying which one is wrong or which one is right. It's just that for us, it's like even unacceptable. That's just
we're too old to accept that kind of culture now. Like, and I don't know. Like, if I were about to kind of integrate into that kind of culture, I could never do it. Yeah.
I just went to Batumi 2 weeks ago. A month ago, and I went to see my friend. So I stayed with my friend in 2018. I bought a tour in Ukraine because I arrived to Ukraine.
Sorry, what do you bought?
A tour.
Okay.
A tour. So I bought a tour to Georgia. But the tour was because I was just, I came in for a job. The job was garbage, so it didn't work out. But I got the salary paid with some bonuses because I had to do a trip. So they paid me like every day $50 for a day. So I had like extra. So I go to this tour stuff and I'm like, listen, I have $300 extra. What can you give me? Like Georgia. I'm like, book it. They're like, the cheapest is a tour fortuna. Means you don't know where you end up. I'm like, bet, take it. So they housed me in Batumi with a little guy named Zebo. Zaburi. And he's like an older gentleman, like a not very tall, bald, little bitty, fine Georgian guy. Thickest.
Sounds like a traditional Italian. Yeah.
Thickest Russian accent you can hear, like the thickest. And then you come in this family house, two stories, all brown wood inside, with a knife, hanging over there and papaja and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had a blast, man. I think that was not just not only was it one of the best holidays of my life, just also the people that we connected with, all Ukrainians in that hotel. And we didn't know, I didn't know them, they didn't know me, but we vibed, we just stuck together the whole
The
holiday.
environment was amazing.
Yeah, we had so much fun. And I just saw him, imagine after 8 years, I said, Zebo, I'm in Batumi. Daragoy, oh. I'm like, can I come drink a coffee? Yes, come here now. So I'm coming over, it's like 5 minutes because everything in Batumi is small. So I come over, they're like, come, you want some tea, you want some coffee? I'm like, yeah, let's go, let's drink some coffee. Coffee ended up, it's like this table is full of sweets and cheeses and meats, and then you want some cha-cha, you want some wine. Next thing you know, I'm sitting here for 2-3 hours, I'm drunk as hell, So, and to me, that's how I always...
How it should be. Yeah.
That's how
it should be, yeah.
That's how I always knew that things are being done. So, but in Belgium, I had And I mean, God bless my friends. I always had good friends. Like I never hung out with those like, I tell these stories because I experienced them, but it was probably the last time I saw those people. But for example, I would come to a friend's house and they're like, oh yeah, there's like drinks in the fridge. Just put €2 in the thing next to it.
Oh, okay.
Another family I went to, they're like, oh, if you use the toilet, it's €1 for the water.
Oh my God.
But how many times, the thing of like, oh, we're going to eat. I'm like, all right, well, you have to go home. And I never understood it.
So it happened to you?
Like, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So they will just kind of somehow, make it this way that you have to leave.
To eat and you have to go. I mean,
I've read some articles, like I never even heard this story before, but I was like internet was kind of exaggerating it, but yeah, it seems like it's a true thing, yeah.
Come on.
Okay.
I mean, we've heard some stories from Dargasha, right?
Imagine that I'm at your house and you're telling me that we have to eat and I have to go.
Transfer the money for the
I have to
you ate at my place.
I have to leave your house. Can you imagine?
Oh yeah, because I'm eating with my family.
Yeah, because you said that. I mean,
I don't know, it's so rude, man. I mean, I don't even.
Okay, so
the question comes down to this: why even invite someone if you're gonna be acting like this? Like, just not invite them.
Okay. I saw this this discussion on Reddit just recently, and someone made a good point, and that's the only point that I've ever read that made sense. He said, because usually the dinner time is around 6, 7, I think, and you are also expected home. So between them, it's kind of a given.
It's like you need to be there so you can have dinner with your family. Oh,
so imagine
that does make sense.
So imagine you're at my place, and I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have dinner, and we're both at the same culture. Like, all right, cool.
So
I'm
they
gonna go.
assume you want to have dinner with your family, like back home.
I don't know what they assume. That's just what I read, and that's the only thing that made sense. And the thing was we all eat at the same time, so you're gonna have to bounce home because we have our stuff, you have your stuff, and they're waiting for you.
No, it is logical. Like if you consider all those things, that like some of them are vegan, some of them like the food their own way. And it's like they are very schedule-oriented people, so not, if you put it that way, it makes sense. But
also,
for me, that doesn't make sense.
Also, the supermarkets are not open until 8. I'm still from the period where you had to the supermarket closes at 7 or 8, and that's it. You can get no food anymore. And Sunday is holiday.
Yeah, I know.
It's closed, so you're doomed.
Everything is closed. Yeah.
Now, what they do is, they will go as a family, they will do shopping, right? Huge shopping day. And they will plan out their meals in advance. They eat once a day. Because, in our cultures, we don't...
Ruthless efficiency. Like, you only buy what you are going to eat during
Right. So, 3 people is 3 pieces of chicken. Bro, I have so much chicken at home right now, I can feed you, and your families combined. Let's go, come. But, for them, 3 people... one time a week, so we have 3 pieces of chicken for the week. So if your friend comes, someone has to eat less. Now, mind you, with Belgians, it's a little bit better. One thing I cannot complain about my Belgian friends, it's not I often ate at their places. Maybe that's how they played me. But it is so bizarre. The whole thing is just bizarre. You plan out your meals in advance. You eat once a day. This is how a Belgian diet is like. If you listen to foreign women, let's say Georgian or Ukrainian women that marry Belgians, they will say they are so surprised you can eat something but not sandwiches, besides sandwiches. They will feed their children sandwiches with chocolate paste. They will eat sandwiches with chocolate paste or ham or cheese or ham and cheese or ham and cheese mayonnaise. So it's sandwich in the morning, sandwich at lunch, and then warm in the evening. And that's it. Again, not my thing. So yesterday I'm just...
Oh, that sounds depressing, honestly.
That sounds depressing, bro. No khachapuri, no... So, dude, I just
How do they enjoy their lives? Like, that's my question. Just riding bicycles all day? Or what is their thing?
But this is the thing.
And listening to techno, I guess, and doing some drugs. Yeah.
How does a Ukrainian guy from my village enjoy his life? He doesn't know any better, right?
Yeah.
And it's just... Belgium are also quite a... Like... The region is quite ancient, like it races thousands of years back. So I know people shit on them like, oh, you don't have any culture, blah, blah, blah. But with all due respect.
No, they do have.
Yeah, Belgium has a lot of culture. It's just.
They talk trash about Belgium. It's like, they say, like, the jokes that I've heard is like, it's not a real nation. Like, half of them don't like the other half. They speak 3 different languages. So it's like lacks a certain type of, how do you say,
worse.
like, identity crisis kind of thing. You know, who are you as a Belgian?
Belgium will become 200 years in a few years. So the country is not even 200 years old.
Yeah, so.
They are a part of Germany, a part of France, and a part of the Netherlands, right? So they had their revolution. They fight for independence. I'm from the north. So if you look at Belgium, north
is more France, right? Or Dutch.
Dutch.
Sorry,
We speak Dutch. But also in the north, so you have the north, and then there's like a little circle, which is Brussels. Brussels is trilingual. French, Dutch, and English because it's NATO. The NATO HQ is there. But the Dutch are heavily discriminated because you can go to any place as a government agency. They are supposed to speak both languages. You must be helped in both languages. But if you speak Dutch and they don't, they just send you back home. Yeah. So we have a lot of beef. Like the language issue is a huge thing. Now, but up north where I come from, so basically whole of Flanders, you have the little, Brussels. Let's just not think about Brussels for a minute. I'm from Antwerp. Now, Antwerp, we believe we're the capital, and to claim that Antwerp is not the capital is an absurdity. You will get laughed at. It's like, no, we are the capital, and it's obviously it's kind of a joke. Yeah, we all know Brussels is the capital, but to consider Brussels the capital, Brussels is like a. Have you been to Brussels? It's a shithole, bro. Like, you come to Brussels, you're welcome with you.
I've been to both places in Brussels and Antwerp. I like both of them.
Right.
But I haven't spent like tons of time in any of those. But I like both. Like, it's a different vibe, but I like both of those places.
Both cities are fine, but like once you arrive to Brussels, all of my friends that went to Brussels messaged me, "What the fuck is this shit?"
Yeah, they expected more.
Because no, you're greeted with urine smell and bumps, and like it's just a disaster.
Oh, you mean now? Or
for the last 10 years. I mean, I left 8 years ago, so for the last 10 years before
migration stuff.
It's just horrible. But you come to Antwerp,
isn't that whole fucking Western Europe nowadays?
I mean, you come to Antwerp, it's a clean, nice city, something you're proud of. You come to Brussels, you're just walking around like, what
the hell is going on?
I mean, there's obviously nice places. Like, it's not all that bad, but but like Antwerp is I think the best city. But then we have beef in between because Belgium is so small. Belgium is like almost, I mean, I guess size of Georgia, maybe even, I don't know, like it's a small country.
It's not a big country, let's call it like that.
It's a small country, like 3 hours, I come from Antwerp to Paris, like 5 hours for me.
Yeah.
So it's not big. So whole Belgium, you pass in like 3 hours. So if I just drive 20 kilometers east or west, it's a different dialect. So you have hundreds of dialects in a country that's this small. But not the country, but half of the country, because it's only in the north. So we have hundreds of different dialects. We all speak differently. If we look at the eastern part, they speak like this. They speak slow. You go to West Flanders, they're handicapped. They have like a potato in their mouth.
Go to fucking UK, like 10 kilometers away, different accents.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. But Belgium is small.
Yeah,
UK is
that's
big.
even weird.
And that's the weirdest thing, because you just travel a little bit, like 30 minutes, and they're suddenly speaking in a different thing. And if I speak my dialect, you cannot understand. It's incomprehensible. So we all have this way of speaking, which is called Algemeen Nederlands, which is just regular everyday Dutch. That's what we speak. So, but if I start speaking my dialect and the guy from the West starts speaking his dialect, it's just two unintelligible languages. We don't understand each other at all. So, but the people from the West, they speak with a potato in their mouth. And it's like, if we say this, there's this funny, like a funny tongue twister, right? We say in Dutch, like the memory of a mosquito, muggengeheugen. But if the Dutch guy says it, the way they speak is just a bunch of sounds, right? Exactly. So just to screw with him, it's like it's like with the Scottish, I don't remember. It was like a tongue twister. Something. You ask him a question to the Scottish guy, and then he has to answer like they rooted it out, some weed. Yeah. But the way this is root. So, and then you have the South, which is French. They all speak French. Now in the North, we speak predominantly Dutch, but also most of the people speak some French, some basic French, because we taught in school. The South, they speak French and they refuse to speak Dutch because those are the lower. Oh,
that's such a French thing to do, right?
Yeah, but they are the ones profiting off the like the unemployment money and stuff. So basically we have
welfare stuff.
Yeah. We have the beef. We have this beef in Belgium where they want to. It's never gonna happen. It's complete nonsense. It's just populism. But they want to split the country because the north, where we're from, we're the richest. We make all of the stuff.
Yeah, it's
but
hardworking guys.
Yeah,
basically like paying for the south.
Yes,
yeah,
yes. But the south is the French speaking, the elite, all that stuff. So there's this huge beef in a country that's this small, not even 200 years old. We have language issues. We have cultural issues, migration issues. We have the biggest debt. One of the
debt,
one of the biggest thing, top 5 in the world, and it keeps getting.
I didn't know that,
bro.
No.
I'm hearing this since like 2012 or 14. Oh my God, we're in crisis. We're gonna make a lot of. We're gonna save on a lot of things so we can finally get out of this. And every year for the last 15 years, it gets worse. I'm like, you guys are cutting on everything, but illegal migration.
Yeah.
And it's just getting worse. Can you please stop cutting on the healthcare and the schooling, and please cut on something else because we're dying over here. But I'm not even gonna say like, oh, it's all the fault of the migrants. Like if a migrant can come to your country, steal your job, I'm all for it. Like go ahead. Like you want to do the job, go ahead. Like it just means you're bad at it. But if your country's management cannot manage the company, it's not the lowest guy that comes in. It's not his fault. But if all of the people you hire are just incompetent pricks who cannot manage external debt, and you just keep on going and spending, and the country is getting worse, I'm like, bro. On top of that, you had like 50% taxes.
You gotta cut down on charity stuff. I mean, it's just it doesn't make any sense for nowadays world.
Right.
Just investing in this welfare all the time. I read some weird article the other day about the UK that if you're a hardworking couple and if you make like around 70K in total, like both you and your partner, yearly salary of 70K, like that's how much people on welfare make, approximately. So you work and you get the same amount of money.
Because taxes.
After the taxes, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Bro,
why would you be incentivized to work?
I got fired in 2014. Completely my fault. But it was not something I want to go into, but it was completely my fault. I got fired. So I'm like, okay, I have to look for a job. And I'm like, well, while I'm looking for a job, because this is Belgium, and when you see me, white, blue eyes, when I speak, perfect Dutch, no accent. But when I pull out my passport, we're not hiring. Because my name is so long, it goes over multiple lines. And by that time, because when we came as political refugees, we came without documents. So my passport said, de zich noemende, the one who calls himself, and then my name, my patronymic name, and then my last name. So 4 lines. A regular Belgian is 1 line. I had 4 because my name is so long.
How is it like your full name?
Like my full name, Polyanskiy Vladislav Yurievich.
Okay.
So, but then
incompatible with the Belgian language.
Yeah. So they're like, what the fuck is this? And I went to apply for, like, when you get fired, you have to apply to this job center that looks for a job, and then you have to look for a job. Dude, I was looking for a job for like 2 years. I mean, I was obviously working, doing some side hustles, but this story is completely made up. Nothing of this ever happened. And they were paying me a welfare that was higher than my salary. I'm like, what? What do you mean? I was getting less while working.
You were actually the one that was getting all these benefits.
Yeah. I'm like, what are you? I'm like, wait, because what they do is
such a fucking scheme there, man. I don't understand.
But listen to this. I was working in this job, and they gave me like not much money. But the way they played it, obviously everything in the EU is tax optimization, right? So you get a base pay, but then because Belgium is like 50%, 45% tax, I believe. It's like the progressive scale.
The whole EU is 45, I think.
No. So
pension included.
How did it go? 1 second. Oh yeah, they gave me a 250 euro increase. But with that 250 euro increase, I got into the next tax bracket, which increased by 5%. So I was getting less money with a increase.
With the next tax bracket,
Yeah, so I was getting less money. I was getting less salary. But the unemployment...
I believe that's after 30K or something yearly. That's how it is in the UK.
Something like that. Because we have progressive tax brackets, right? So it's like you have like 3 or 4 or something. And with that one, I got into the next one. And then when I got fired, because this is how it is. If you quit, you don't get welfare. But if you get fired, you get welfare.
Oh, so it makes more sense to make yourself get fired.
Yeah, but it's very hard to get fired. Unless like something.
Yeah, I mean that's what I've been saying. It's impossible to fire an employee.
But what they will do is, for example, what Zara does is this is super crazy, because when you sign a contract with Zara, Zara does not bound you to a location. So what they will do is, if you, let's say you work in Antwerp, right, 50 minutes away from your house, they will send you to the most remote location for like 3 hours of traveling.
That's very smart, man. So they're gonna make you quit. They're gonna make you don't want to be there.
Yeah, they give you shitty hours.
Technically, they'll try to just make you.
Yeah. Because if
that's kind of very strategic move to move them in a
they're gonna make your life worse,
unlivable place, basically.
because I think they have to. I don't remember the details. Mind you, I've been out for 8 years, but I think they have to pay you some compensation, some blah blah blah, some minor stuff. You know, it's not in their favor. It's not in their favor to fire you. So I got fired, and then I'm like, well, okay, you know, I have to survive this stuff. I have to see what I, you know, what I.
But how did you get fired? If it's
it's a very long story. I don't want to get into it. No, it wasn't a fight, but it was something.
Killed 3 people.
Yeah. No. There was some stuff. Anyway, some stuff happened. But point being, like I got fired, and I was getting the welfare, so I had to register this job center. I had to do this and that, and then.
So does this welfare has any limits and time limits? Like you have to find the job.
They introduced it, yeah. So. So for me, it was this, because they base your, what they pay you, they base it on your salary, like a percentage of your salary. Yeah. It's like 90% or something. But because of the tax, that percentage was higher than my net salary. So I was, let's say I'm making like
because welfare is not being taxed.
Yeah. So let's say, because they look at the number before tax. And they pay me a salary, percentage of that.
Makes no sense. Honestly.
So I was so like imagine it's a random number. Like you let's say you get paid 1,500 euros. Yeah. But then with welfare I was paid like 1,700. You know, something
salary
like this.
Salary increased when you get fired. Exactly.
So I'm like, what is this? But when I was there, they introduced this thing where every 6 months they reduce your like what I can't call it income or salary, what do we call it? Your welfare. They reduce your welfare by like a percentage. And I remember that after like 2 years, it's like it was an unlivable like 800 euros or something.
Okay,
like something.
So they made it very
Doesn't stop anyone. You just
it's still a free money.
You
right?
just get fired.
But how long does it?
Just try to get fired.
Well, I know people that are doing it for 25 years.
Oh, so it has no limits.
I know people that did it their whole life.
Wow.
It just depends on how you play it. So
I mean, you can just hustle and you still get paid to.
Yeah, that's what everybody does.
I mean, it can pay your electricity bills and internet and stuff like that, right? Utilities, basically.
Not only that, you get subsidized housing. You pay.
You even get the house.
You get a percentage of. You pay a percentage of your salary. A very comfortable percentage of your salary.
Man, more I hear about this European bureaucracy and European socialism, more I realized I'm more into fucking capitalism to the best.
But would you? But man to man, would you want to be on welfare?
No.
But I've been on it because it's like you go to the job center, you sign up for the shit.
What kind of life is that? I mean, come on.
Boring as hell.
Yeah. So
I'm like, what am I doing with my life?
But the bigger problem is that it's not about what I want to be on. Like some people will always want to be doing that, and I am sponsoring them, right? So that's what I do not like about that system. I'd rather go broke and be in the system that benefits my hard work. Right? You know what I mean? Even though it has its downsides too.
I mean, Belgium is a great country. Like you go outside, especially coming from. Belgians hate the country. Belgians love to shit on it. Everybody loves to shit on Western European countries. But coming from an Eastern European country, living in Europe, and then moving back, bro, you guys don't know how good you have it, and God bless you. You have great roads, great healthcare. Yes, you have to wait for a month until you get a specialist, but you get it. My brother had cancer, cured for free. Multiple times because he kept coming back. Yeah,
that's the good side of living in the West.
Go to a hospital in Georgia with a broken knee or something. Let's see. So
I understand what you mean.
Like I think this is what I always tell people when they ask me like, "Where do you want to live?" I'm like, I want to live in Ukraine or like whatever
and get the benefits of the.
No. I want to live in Ukraine or any post-Soviet Union country, but I want to die in Belgium because because living is better here, dying is better there. Because there, I will die in dignity.
You mean retirement is better there?
Or yeah, whatever. It's like I don't think I'll get a retirement because just I didn't work much, so like my pension will be what, like minimum. I mean, I'll just gonna be a broke bum.
Oh, why do you want to die there?
Die in dignity.
In dignity?
Yeah.
Because they're gonna take care of you when you're older. Or?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, healthcare, all the stuff, all the social systems, they're slow.
Yeah, that's a good comparison from someone who someone like yourself who is moving around. But consider like, I'm just trying to kick you a scenario where like the things you need to consider, like, let's say Georgia, right? Like you don't get the high quality healthcare as you mentioned. But if you know someone, if you're generational Georgian, you'll probably get away, with sickness and stuff. So that's the question is like, if you're generational Belgian in comparison to generational Eastern European, Ukrainian, whatever, like if you come from not to call it, you come from the money, but above average, which place is still better?
If I would have all the means in life, I would obviously say an Eastern European country. But there's a caveat. Eastern European countries are very unstable. How many...
Yeah, you might just get bombed from our...
How many, like Georgia, how many wars or revolutions or attempts for revolutions have you seen in the last 20 years? Bro, and we're not even talking about COVID and Jesus Christ. So... It's like when I was moving to Ukraine, someone told me like Ukraine is a beautiful country and everything is amazing and it's very eclectic. So the chances that you will die of old age are not as high as you will die from a malfunctioning elevator. And boy, that did take me for a ride. Holy crap. Ukraine is a wild ride. Georgia is a wild ride. But Belgium works in such a way that it doesn't matter who you are. You will get the same treatment as the guy before you. It doesn't matter where he had $1 million house.
That's amazing. Like that's what I respect a lot about Western countries.
Yes, and you all have to wait the same amount of time. You all have to wait. You want to go to a dentist? Yes, I have to wait 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
But it works. Belgium is slow, Belgium is boring, but Belgium works. Belgium is a seasoned 10,000 people company with very slow and thorough processes.
Yeah.
Ukraine and Georgia is a startup. It is today one thing, tomorrow another thing. And
that's a good comparison. I think it's good for cliff farming. I think.
And I like both. But I'm like, dude, like, do I really want to hustle and bustle and do all of this crap?
What about
when I'm
US?
Like 60?
Have you ever been there?
US? No. Haven't.
Yeah, it would be nice to hear that different perspective because like right now what we're comparing is very logical and it's very accurate, honestly. Like the same vibe I was getting in the UK, even though UK is different than from those countries. Like even from Europe, it's very different. It's like mixture of there are rules, there is bureaucracy, but they bend it sometimes. It's still it's more wild than those in comparison to Belgium. Yeah.
I mean, you can obviously bend the rules here and there. You can do some stuff but also. For example, our mayor, which is now the Prime Minister, Bart de Wever, he was caught going to a restaurant with a person that has business interests. Boy, that was all over the news. The chaos that erupted. People are held accountable. You cannot get away with stuff like this. So you can talk shit about Western Europe, and I talk shit about Western. I hate Western Europe, but nobody can shit on Western Europe if they talk to me because I'm like, oh, hold up, listen, no. Let's understand. Let's make a few things clear. The thing works. The thing is good. They respect your dignity. You will always live well.
I'd rephrase that. It used to work. I don't know nowadays.
It does. There is just if you are outside of it, we get to see. And I don't know about you. Me, I'm terminally online. I grew up online, so especially after COVID, we all disconnected a little bit, and. We all spend too much time online and we get to see a lot of stuff like Kurt Kaz and all those other influencers go through Brussels, they show all the other stuff. Listen, that is true, but we can make the same thing about Georgia.
Yeah, if you only take the bad shit, if you come here.
Dude, I love every minute spent here. It is so amazing. All of the people are great. Everything is fine. The food is amazing. What do you mean? But just yesterday someone posted on Reddit they get beat up in a park by 20 youngsters. So now what, the whole Georgia is garbage? So Europe is kind of the same. Europe functioned. I left 8 years ago. It still functions. You have to understand, the world is getting better. It might not seem like it, but today is like the best time to be alive. We have the highest life expectancy. We can cure all of the illnesses that are coming towards us. You know, we make the most money. Like everything is at an all-time high.
That's a good take, but at the same time, we don't know how they were feeling back then. You know, we can make the case that okay, if our metrics might be biased. You know what I mean? Like life expectancy. All right, it's higher, but are you experiencing the same? You know, like. Strong emotions that they were feeling back then. There are like many,
But look at the health. Look at the happiest countries. Like look at the happiest countries like Finland, Netherlands, Belgium.
Are
like,
they
like
that
top
happy
20.
though? Like, it doesn't sound very happy to me. Like when I hear about those countries.
Because if you go to Belgium, you speak to people, they're not happy with all. They're all going to complain.
No, the question is like, how do you measure happiness?
Right. So usually these like social polls, these standardized tests, they're done. It's like cohort studies. Yeah, they take a bunch of people, they ask them the same questions, they standardize it. Usually they measure, I don't know, like income. I don't know what they do, but usually it's a set. I don't know the specifics of these questions, but usually it's a set of questions about how they rate things, how they see things, and so on and so forth. But Nordic countries score very high. Denmark, Finland, like Sweden, Norway.
Yeah, I've heard that's been going on for like decades, right? I mean, but I don't understand like how when I look at Sweden and. What do you mean by happiness? Like, how do you,
I mean,
what is happiness? Happiness is moments, right? Like,
I mean, we can look it up. Maybe you can look it up and see how they measure. Maybe ChatGPT to see how they do it.
What's the happiest countries right now?
Yeah, and how do they measure it?
No, I mean, I'm gonna search how they measure happiness.
I think it changed. Like nowadays, Scandinavians are not considered as the happiest ones, but still, whenever they were, I could never understand what do you mean by happiness, like. Such a
well, basically it's
such a vague description, you know, like the happiness.
It's primarily measured through self-reported subjective surveys that ask individuals to rate their life satisfaction. That's
so it's subjective. Like I can just say that I'm happy.
Yeah, of course it's subjective. But
they think
majority goes to the countries that
and they say that they are happy.
Yeah.
But maybe that's the only happiness they've ever seen, you know?
That's why it says, I mean, of course, it's not a rocket science.
It's just a very vague concept for me, you know what I mean? But I agree, like the Scandinavians are very developed, like they've been amazing. It's just...
Like, would I want to live in Luxembourg? Hell no. Hell no.
No, bro. I mean, I would never live in any of those countries where there's no sun. Like, it sounds very depressing. Right. I'd just be broke in the southern Italy or southern Spain all day long.
But that's what I mean, right? But it's like, I think the biggest disconnect we have here is that today, by today, I mean, there's life before COVID and after COVID.
Yeah.
And COVID really had this before and after thing. Dude, I'm meeting kids now that are like, when was COVID? 2006? COVID was 6 years ago. I'm meeting kids now.
6 years ago.
24. They were 18 when COVID happened, so they were locked at home for that. You know, wonderful. To remember, you're 18 years old. They were locked inside with masks.
I know, that's why Gen Z is so weird. I'm always saying that.
Weird as hell.
They have no social skills.
Yeah. So I think the world is split into before and after. And today, the biggest problem is if we disconnect from our phone for a while, just put it away. Stop going online. Stop reading all of the stuff. Stop reading the news. I mean, I have to read the news, but like just for this experiment. And you stop being terminally online. You go out into the real world. Nothing is as you imagine it to be. This whole stuff with illegal migration, all the migrants coming, Europe is doing. It just goes out of the window, dude. I remember living in Belgium and people telling me how Belgium is. I'm like, well, that's not true. Like I lived there.
Yeah.
But now that I'm out, I'm like, oh my God, what horrible. And then I have to like slap myself though. No, that's bullshit.
Algorithm pushes whatever it pushes.
Right. The algorithm pushes whatever pushes your buttons. Yeah. So the goal of social media is to make you as addicted as possible because that's where the money lies. Like what is the purse of social media is free. If something is free, you're the product. If they can make you look at all of the garbage the whole time, it's either the creators being monetized or they're being monetized or you're being played ads or whatever. But go on YouTube and let's say just make an anonymous account, whatever the new thing, and then just start looking through some red pill garbage or whatever. It's just a random team and look how rage baits you, dude. I went to the rabbit hole of Palestine-Israel conflict, my whole feed is just lefty, liberal, destroyed. Jesus Christ, I'm like, I'm not interested, remove. I'm trying. Now I'm actively reprogramming my Instagram algorithm to see dogs and
only good stuff.
Yeah, and brain nourishment of how people do good things to each other, because I am so sick of this shit. I cannot handle any more like political or pranks or illegal immigrants. Like stop.
And it's so smart nowadays. Like just because we've talked about these topics right now, like your algorithm is gonna be full of this kind of shit. Tomorrow, like the first thing you're gonna see is illegal migration tomorrow, because it's listening to you.
It's very smart in catching your emotional triggers, and then you're just now stuck in this not self-affirmation, but like whatever, in this loop of just feeding yourself things that triggers you. It's basically like you have people that rage bait. So social media is like this endless rage bait, and I think the best algorithm at it is Threads. That shit is toxic.
Instagram threads?
Yeah. So toxic. I think they figured it out.
I never even check those.
Do not. It is addictive. I think they cracked the code, because that thing shows you things. I'm like, oh. I was fighting every day with people. I'm like, what am I doing? I don't even know these people.
But honestly, don't you like Instagram nowadays? Nowadays, like since Trump came, I believe, I don't know what, but it's like, very random for me. I think my algorithm works correctly right now.
It's so wild.
It just only makes me laugh nowadays. TikTok is very, very subjective, I think, nowadays.
I enjoy both of them.
Yeah?
I don't have to.
I mean, my For You on TikTok.
I mean, TikTok used to be good. Now I think it's become very political.
Enjoy.
But I think like TikTok has its like after certain amount of time, it gets very standardized. Like I think they push some content nowadays. It didn't used to be like this.
But I mean, there are lots of stuff that you're following and you're just seeing.
I never see anything that I'm following. That's the thing. Why? Like, I don't know how you use it, but like nowadays,
so maybe
followers don't matter. Honestly, like even our followers on our social media, like they barely watch our stuff.
Sometimes I don't watch the For You. I watch the ones that I follow. And I click.
Oh, you go to follow and tab. You're a very small percentage of users.
Yeah.
Not that many people do that. Yeah. Like I don't do it. Like I'm going for the random shit. We still haven't heard about the Ukraine. When you went back to Ukraine, I know you've been involved, maybe indirectly, maybe directly in the war. Why? I know you had options to go back to Belgium. Tell us just a few words about the Ukraine, your life there. And then what made you come to Georgia, and just summarize this whole thing. Enough about the fucking Europe.
So I left Belgium obviously because I was not really happy there. You know, it wasn't making me, like I wasn't fulfilled. And then when I came to Ukraine, I saw all of how people live, and I'm like, whoa, really? So I'm gonna go. Split up with my girlfriend. 6 months later, boom, I'm living in Ukraine. Found a job, and that was it. And then 3 months after that, I came to Georgia the first time. So it was like I don't know, supernatural. So in Ukraine, it was just find a job, blend in, live. It was mostly, so I left Belgium because I don't like it, not because I hate it. So when people ask me why, I'm not going to shit on Belgium ever. Is it for me? No. Is it bad? No. Belgium was not my thing, not my cup of tea. I left. And at the time, there was this mayor that we had.
I like that answer, yeah. Is it for me? No. Is it bad? No.
Yeah. And then,
I like that. Yeah.
And then at that time, we had a mayor that said, no, it wasn't the mayor, but like 1/3 of the country voted for a far right party. Far right, I mean like the whole far right thing. Yeah?
That happened in Austria also. I think.
And he was like, if you foreigners don't like it, you can get out. I'm like, bet. I don't like it. I'm gonna go. So I left. And by the way, every Belgian I meet outside of Belgium, we share the same like discontent, with Belgium. But we all don't like it for the same reason. So I'm living in Ukraine, I have a job, I'm just dating, I'm going, doing stuff, I'm blending in, it's so amazing, eating all of the food, traveling everywhere, meeting all of the people, having so much fun.
I would assume dating experience was way better in Ukraine compared to Belgium.
Jesus, bro, like amazing in all
Most
parts.
beautiful women in the world.
Yes, but also there's one sad thing is I'm not really into Slavic women. I'm more of I like darker women mostly, so it's very hard for me.
Your girlfriends were Arabic.
Yeah, it's like Arab or Armenian, Middle Eastern, Cuban. Look, I always
What
dated.
about Georgians? I'm gonna ask you that later.
So,
okay.
I didn't get to date here yet because I'm just like always stuck at home, just doing some stuff at work. I don't know, like I don't know.
No Georgian girlfriends for now.
No, not. I mean, I won't say not yet, but I don't know. I just haven't gotten there yet.
All right.
Although the women I see are beautiful. Like I've seen some very beautiful faces and bodies, and just in general, so it's the vibe. It's like. There's something I cannot place Georgians in a certain category. Like you
that's very
like,
specific.
Armenians are very understandable. Like Chechens, very predictable. Belgians, Nordics, Georgians are this like. There's something of an Iranian vibe, yet from Caucasus, but also speaks Russian, but also calls me bro and is Christian. It's like who are you? And why do you all have nice hair? Like you know what I mean? It's such a weird combo. But like I have never met like non-chill Georgians. And also this is so wild. 40 plus, speaks Russian, USSR.
All of them.
Oh, that's the generational.
Golden people.
Have you heard the saying? How is it? Closer to 40, more naughty.
Yeah. But then you look at the younger generation, reject everything that has to do with Russia, speak no Russian, speak English, very European. Love it. Love them both. So amazing. Both groups. I love both groups.
Our previous guest said something. He said it several times. I like it very much. So the truth is always somewhere in the middle. So it's not like this older generation, how they see the world, and it's not like this newer generation. It's somewhere in the middle. Always somewhere in the middle.
Absolutely. But I do...
Which is us?
Yeah, millennials. That would be us, for sure. No, I'm glad you said that.
But I do feel there's a disconnect between the two parties, though. Like whereas in Ukraine, I feel they're going different paths, right? They're going different ways, but there's more in common than there are differences. In Georgia, for now, I'm feeling like there's a little bit of a disconnect between the under 30 and over 40. There's like this
there is
completely different worlds who are not going in the same direction.
And we are the ones in the 30s that understands both of those.
Yeah. And when I speak to the older people, they're like, what are these protests? What are these revolutions? All stupid kids. And I'm just like, I'm not going to comment on this. And then I speak to the younger people, and they're the ones how I see the world. Yeah. Very interesting. It was like super. Anyway, Georgians are wild to me, just so, but in a positive way. Yeah, like in a positive way.
I know it's a wild west. But
yeah. But as just to sum up my Ukrainian just to sum up my Ukrainian experience, came to Ukraine, had time of my life. Absolutely, like the only thing I'm sorry about is that I did not move sooner. I did not have the balls to just quit my job and leave. And this is my only regret in life, that I did not move out sooner, because I remember my whole life in Belgium, I told my parents, I will leave this country as soon as I can. I hate it here. Why did you bring me here? Like, I'm a hostage. I did not ask for this. And then they always thought I'm joking. Oh, you're just young. And I'm 20, 28. I'm like, bye, I'm out. Really? Yeah, I've been telling you my whole life. So I left. Ukraine, come in, have a lot of fun. COVID starts. We didn't really care much about COVID, to be honest. You know, like everything was very flexible. We didn't really care. We just did our thing. It was like all the rules were like, Ukraine is a country where it's like, we have rules, but they're all to be broken. So if it says 1.5 meters, or you have to wear a mask, I just go to the store, and then once I'm at the cashier, she's like, you have to wear a mask. I'm like, oh, okay, bye. So everything is like this, like, like a...
It was same
nothing
for us.
like Belgium, right? Yeah,
right.
Sure.
Dude, oh my God, I went to Belgium in 21, and I went to my gym to do jiu-jitsu, and I kid you not, they split the gym in 8 areas, and it could only 2 people in one. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, are you for real? Just stop the cap, just train, bro. We're doing jiu-jitsu. We literally have to fucking put each other,
touch each other,
bro. Like, we're between each other's legs and ass on my face. Like, what do you mean? Like, just what do you mean? My coach trained with a mask. Are you for real? Like, at
You
what
can
point?
barely breathe there. Right?
I'm like, at what point does this get comical? And mind you, I'm pro-vaccine. I'm like, yes, like we have to heal the world, but like at a certain point, please, it's comical, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that whole thing starts, and we're recovering from COVID. It's getting a little bit better. It's getting nicer, and then the war breaks out, and I'm like, God damn! But to me, it's I'm at home. I'm not attacking anyone. I'm here. My grandma is here. My friends are here. My life is built here. I cannot go back to Belgium. Where am I going to go to? Like, what is there? What is waiting for me? I mean, I still have some contact with some friends, you know, because when you leave a country, relationships kind of
fade away.
They fade away. So I have my core group of people that I know for many, many years. So we still speak. But so where am I going to go to? Flee where? Like, I'm a man. Flee where? I'm in this country. I'm not attacking anyone. I didn't invade your country, so I'm going to stay put where I am. And then, dude, when the war broke out, and the first few days, I was, I woke up 24th of February. I woke up, and I just grabbed my phone. I woke up from explosions. And I grabbed my phone and I looked at, and then I was with a girl and her mom woke her up because her mom lived in Kharkiv, which is right across the, Kharkiv is like, Kharkiv and then Russia. So they were bombed first. And she's just screaming and crying. And I sit up because we knew it was coming, but I did not believe it would ever happen. Like, what do you mean, a war in Europe 2022? You gotta be insane. Russia, come on, dude, seriously?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the Twitter feed and I'm like, I think I sat for 30 minutes just looking at my screen. I could not register what is happening. I could not believe it. Stood up, we packed our bags, we went to a shelter, we stayed there. I did a lot of recordings.
So already about that, you had to go to shelter?
Yeah. I mean, what do you do? I mean, I don't know. What do you do when you get bombed?
Are there shelters like...
Yeah, we just a garage. We just found a garage, like underground parking. So... I have no playbook. I have no rules book. Like, what do you do when you're getting bombed? I don't know. Like, I just stood up. We just, let's go there. Let's go there. So we went there, and I was just doing a lot of recordings. Like I was reposting a lot of stuff, and then some of my Western friends reposted me, and I had like 1,000 more subscribers in a day, and a bunch of people from the West follow me, like Americans and so on and so forth. Even like obviously you have this thing about Jiu Jitsu. Later on, but like one of those guys that followed me was like Craig Jones. He's like the number 2 guy in Jiu-Jitsu. Yeah, that's how he subscribed to me. And then we even did a seminar in Ukraine as well. So I was like a civilian journalist, if you can call it that. But in Ukraine, there were about, I think before the war, there were like, I don't remember the exact number, but it was either 100 or in the hundreds, like lower than 300 or under 100 Belgians in Ukraine. But I was the only one genetically not Ukrainian. They were all Belgian. Sorry. I was the only one Ukrainian. And they were Slavic, and they were all like Belgian. So the news reached out to me because they had my number from an article because we did like, we're looking for people to talk about whether Russia is going to invade. And I said, no. They came to Kyiv. We did a whole news thing. And then when the war broke out, they gave my number to all the journalists. So now I'm the star of the show. I did like 60 interviews. Bro, I'm on all news channels. Evening news. I mean, like my face right
during the war.
Yeah, with the minister of immigration, with the Ukrainian consul, bro. All of the people I grew up watching on TV, studying Dutch, are now talking to me. I'm like, no way. And so I was like a civilian journalist. That's what they called me because I could give them. Because the thing that the other Belgians could not give them is insight into Ukrainian minds because they don't know the language or don't know it well enough. And because I'm both, I'm a native Dutch speaker, native Russian, Ukrainian speaker. I mean, Ukrainian not so much, but I spoke both. And we were on the ground. So what started as, first I was kind of confused. Okay, what is happening? What do I do? Where do I run? Where do I go? I'm not prepared for this. I don't know what do you do in a bombing. What do you do in a bombing? I don't know. What do you do in a bombing? I'm like, do you know what to do? No, we don't. We just pack a bag. And I swear, we just went to an underground parking. There was a pickup truck. We put some blankets there. We just lay in the thing. I'm like, fuck this. I have a picture, bro. I can show you. I'm just laying in this fucking thing and I'm thinking, what am I doing? And where did my life lead me? What the fuck is this? And we, after a week or something, we were all staying inside. We had a curfew. And then I'm just standing again in the shelter. I was going to the shelter all the time.
Close the window.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Keep going.
So I'm in this shelter. Sorry. The first 2 weeks were quite stressful because we're being bombed constantly. Like, I don't know what to do. And I'm in Kiev. I stayed in Kiev the whole time. I never left. But now they're encircling us. They're coming closer and closer. So everything around is in circles.
Surrounded.
Surrounded. Yeah. And my friends are shooting out helicopters. And they're sending me videos of like helicopters down. There are Russians like coming out to Kiev. Everybody's calling me. I'm giving interviews. But now I met my neighbor. My neighbor has a car. But you have to understand, everybody left the city. You cannot find gas anywhere. Cars are like, I mean, it's one of those things that's very rare. Like, women would sleep with you for a car to just bring you somewhere. Like, I mean, I'm obviously overreacting. I don't know anybody that did that, but I'm just trying to tell you how rare a car and gas was, right? So we have the car. We start delivering stuff with my neighbor. My neighbor, by the way, his last name is Kantaria. Kantaria is the Georgian guy that put the flag on the Reichstag in Germany. Okay. So he's like quarter Georgian. His grandpa was the so Edward Kantaria is my neighbor. He's now, by the way, serving in the army too, and he's my neighbor from the first floor. And his wife, Jesus Christ, I love those people. They were feeding me the whole like first few months when there was chaos. Stores were closed, no food was there, so I would go in there and eat with them. But me and him, we would have the car and we would just drive around. We would deliver aid to people. We would get terminally ill people. We would try to deliver them whatever that they needed. Just like whatever, whoever, wherever, we will do it for you.
We were just trying to help.
Yeah. And like one lady was doing medicine. She would bring around medicine, just giving it out for free, but she needed gas. We know where to get gas. She has no gas. So we go get gas. We come to her. We give her some gas. And that was the stuff we were doing. Then, after a while, after like 4...
All that was going on in Kiev?
Yeah. But then after the Russians came very close and, the Bayraktars just burned them all. And I still remember those, those remains from, the tanks and whatever. Not tanks, but the armored vehicles that was right around Kiev. And after like, I think I didn't work for like 30, 40 days. Obviously, nobody said a word because my employer is in Ukraine, but my colleagues were from other countries. So my job continued, actually. Everybody was working except for me and, my Ukrainian colleagues. And then after like 30, 40 days, I'm like, okay, I have to maybe start working now because, this stuff actually brings me money. I signed a contract with territorial defense force. But then when they told me what I have to do, I'm like, wait, you just want me to stand at a block post and just...
Where they...
Yeah, like a checkpoint and just check documents for a whole day and just eat free soup from grannies? I'm like, bro, honestly, I'm just going to go work. I can hire some people, some Ukrainians, and give them jobs. I mean, when I said I want to do something, I meant like I want to do something worthwhile, not just do this. This is we have old people in the house that can do this. Anyway, I skipped that. I was trying to get into the army. I was trying to get, at a certain point, they were just handing out all weapons in my neighborhood. I'm from Bologna. Bologna is the north. And that's right there where they're handing out the weapons. But that specific day, I missed it. I was trying to sign up in like some volunteer corpses. What is the thing? International Legion. Anyway, anything I could get my hands on, I was trying to apply for. But at that point, there were so many volunteers with experience that they said, like, bro, we don't need you. You're not even Ukrainian. Just get out. Azov called me in September. Like, okay, tomorrow show up there. I'm like, okay, bro. He's like, you need this, this, and this. I'm like, I don't have it. I'm a foreigner. He's like, oh, goodbye then. It's not your war. I'm like, no, wait, what do you mean? Like, I want to go. He's like, no, it's not your war.
I thought they were just grabbing everyone that they could get their hands on.
No, that's 2022. That's 2022. That's when people were...
It was just starting.
Dude, there were so many people. They had an influx of people.
Too many volunteers, right?
Yeah, too many. But by then, I couldn't even apply to the International Legion because I had no experience. But now, they will take anyone. No leg, no arms, like whatever, because there's such a shortage of men. They need men. But then by the time I realized, and I also I saw many people die, I saw some friends die, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. So then I got a dog, and anyway. But once I was done, once we were first delivering aid to everyone we could with my friend Edward, with my neighbor. And then some SEO, because I do SEO, so some of the SEO guys, they were buying cars from Europe, Jeep Cherokees, because a Jeep Cherokee, if you kick back the if you put down the back seats, you can put people in there. So like the wounded people on those carriers, yeah. So you can fit like 3, 4, 5 people in there. So we were getting Jeep Cherokees from Europe. We would repair them. Well, not repair, but we make them better. We do the whole like technical, whatever stuff. Put new wheels on it, and send them to the front line. Our goal. So we get a request. We cover everything from A to Z, and we give it to them. That's it. Key in your hands. There you go. Thank you very much. We have all those financial reports. You can find it all on my Facebook and so on and so forth. I did like 35 cars.
You were basically supplying the army with the
Yes.
vehicles.
Yes. Right. So I was on one side. I was involved in saving a lot of Ukrainian lives, and by the time I left the organization, we had over 1,000 lives saved by the cars I donated for, or collected money for. And on the other side, I was involved in making sure as many of the invaders die. That was a smaller part, but it was also a significant part. Now, with the cars specifically, there were some funny stories in there, really cool stories. But because at a certain point, when I was doing the interviews with the Belgian newspapers, I called into a stream where she was either Dutch or Belgian, but she spoke Dutch. But I think she was ethnically Belgian, but she grew up in the Netherlands, and she spoke like Dutch, not Belgian Dutch. Anyway, the lady lost her son in Crimea, but he was at the border with Russia and Crimea. And they were at the border with Crimea and Ukraine, because Crimea is occupied, so I have like checkpoints, and the Russians are there. And the last thing she heard from her son, because he was going to some girl, is that they stopped him, and there was some screaming, and they shot, and that's it. I think they shot the phone. So she's like, I'm looking for my son. I'm standing here in Lviv, in the border with Poland. Sorry, not Lviv, the other side of Poland, near Lviv. And I'm just looking at everyone to see if my son is not there. And I'm like, ma'am, let's connect. Maybe I can help you out. So she gives me a description of her son, the car, number plate, everything. We start looking for him, and we find the fucker. He's not in captivity, but he's like arrested by the Russian police. So I start talking with this weird Russian number, and I'm working on his release. I'm like, bro, this is just...
How did you get in contact with them?
They reached out to her, but she only spoke English and Dutch. They spoke Russian. So I got in touch with them, and I said, who are you? Like, where are you from? He said, doesn't matter. We have him, and he has no documents. He's not in captivity. He's not, he's free to go, but we're keeping him for a while because we need to confirm who he is. We essentially confirm who he is. He was in I don't remember what building, some government building. So he had to actually get in, talk, record on a voice note on the phone because there was no internet reception, go outside, get internet, send it to me, I reply back, he goes in, and that's how we got him out. And then he had to get out from Crimea to Moscow to Finland, cross the border, and his mom took him all the way to the Netherlands. Wow. And then the mom was like, how can I thank you? I'm like, you don't have to. It's fine. Like, it's absolutely fine. Like, we're all in this shit together. She's like, I want to do something. I'm like, well, we collect money for cars. If you want, you can donate. She's like, how much does a car cost? I'm like, 5,000 euros. She's like, all right, cool. Give me your crypto wallet. She sends me 5,000 euros. So I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, that's amazing. Thank you very much. You didn't have to.
She felt really grateful, I guess.
Yeah. She said her son is a shitbag, but it's still her son. So she kicked him out a week later, but whatever. So, and I have so many of these stories where just people like, dude, people donated so much money, like no questions asked, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars.
Well, that's what war creates.
It was for the cause,
Oh, but like also people from the West, I had so many cool stories. There's so many cool stories I can tell you about what kind of, how it impacted them. I still have a guy to this day. He's also a Jiu Jitsu black belt from Belgium. We know each other since we were white belts. To this day, he sends me a small sum every month since the start of the war, and he calls it that's my war. That's my input in the war against Putin. It's not much, but it's the consistency. And I always tell people, if you want to donate, it doesn't matter if it's $1, $5, $10, because all of my donations, like
good one, yeah, that's good takeout also.
When we were getting the cars, it's not the big donations that matter. It's not the $1,000. Like,
it's your contribution basically.
Like, I was getting paid well. So the moment I get my salary, I send like $500 there, $500 here. Some guy sends me like $1,000. It's fine. You know, we all do SEO. We get some more money, but all of all of the cars were closed by donations of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 under $10. All of the donations. So it's like hundreds of people donate small amounts for a coffee, and that's how we get the car. Yeah. It adds up, and by the time I left the organization, we had like 35 cars. Because mind you, it's hard work. Because I was the finance guy basically. I was doing because I have access to the European banking system and to the Ukrainian banking system. So, and crypto. So it was like, I think it was about like $200,000 that went through my bank account in a very short period. And I'm so scared that I have to explain this somewhere. I hope I don't have to explain to Ukraine, because I can, but I hope I don't have to explain to the European taxman. Because I had to take money from Ukraine and then get it into Europe, and then from Europe back to Ukraine, and then a bunch of crypto, and like there's just many things that we have to do. Super fun. But again, I know that I had a certain input in this war. I know that I did something. I saved life. I was either involved in saving lives or unaliving the occupier. And I'm glad for both. I helped, because when the war broke out, I remember this one specific case, I didn't know what to do. And everyone was like, oh, just donate to whatever. I'm like, no, bro, don't just donate to whatever. And then jiu-jitsu people, I later found out, I didn't know, they were also in the military. Actually, police that's in the military. It was super weird. And he just said, we need this, and this. I'm like, I bet. So I just went to my bank account, took out my savings, went and bought all of the stuff. And then my friend from the Netherlands is a black girl. She sent us boots, like expensive Loa boots. They're like $200. Boots, gloves, a bunch of stuff she managed to find through volunteers. They sent it all there. A guy from Czech Republic reached out to me like, bro, I got you. Send anyone, anywhere. We'll pick him up. We'll bring him in. He brought like containers of aid. And then one guy, I needed like 3,000 euros of tourniquets, like cats, cat tourniquets. So let's say if you're wounded, let's say you're wounded here.
Oh, okay,
you do this thing, and then you have to like a tight band. It's a tourniquet. It's first aid stuff, so you don't bleed to death. Basically, so you don't bleed to death. You put it on your arm, you squeeze it real tight.
I understand. It blocks the blood spillage. Yeah.
The Ukrainian volunteer thing, whatever happened there, is unseen in the world and will never probably be seen again. That thing is a thing of beauty, and that is the most unique thing I've seen, because we were sending hundreds of thousands of dollars to people we've never seen, and we would get the stuff that we ordered there where we needed it. No questions asked, never seen each other, crazy, absurd amounts of money. We got cars, tourniquets from people I have never contacted. And it's just so wild. And then a friend of mine is still in the army. He had 7 women in his family that he brought out. And my friend from Belgium calls me. He's like, bro, if you need something, I'm here. I'm like, can you house 7 women? He's from Chile. He's like, oh, it's going to be rough, but yes. I'm gonna speed up the renovations in my house. Let them come. There's 3 people. No, there's 4 people. It's him, his girlfriend, and 2 kids. And I add 7 more people to that house. He's like, dude, and I call him in a month, and he's like, he's tired. He's sitting with kids, playing outside. I'm like, how are you, Chino? How are you, bro? He just, you see this? I'm tired, bro. He says, we have a queue, we have a line for the toilet in the morning. 11 people from 4 to 11. No, it's crazy. But again, is the fuck all of the war stuff, fuck all of the bombings, the relationships, the love, of course, the respect, and the things that happened in that period is just, I'm like, it's not that I'm forever grateful or whatever to see that it's not that, but it is a truly unique experience to see how the whole country is in line. There was one KPI.
Right, of course, the tough times create that type of situations,
but unseen. It's just so wild, so wild. But yeah, I'm just glad I could have my little.
No, definitely. You played.
Oh,
you
had you had not just a little role.
You've taken responsibility. Oh man, this whole thing is very impressive and very interesting.
But then after that, after a while, they also get burned out. So I'm like, okay, listen, it's money, it's work, and then the bombings and this and that. And I lost my dog, and I'm just like, bro, like and then I lost my friends, and then this guy died. I lost my dog in a freak accident, and I'm just sitting there like, bro, I am my soul. I have no soul. Like I am soulless. I haven't felt anything in months. Like I just have to leave. Like I have to. I need a break.
Emotionally drained. Right?
Yeah. So in February, I decided I'm gonna move. And I just bought a one-way ticket to Thailand. I'm like, fuck it, I'll just wing it. I'll see what it is. I just took a little bag, and I remember arriving at the guy's place. And I came in with a backpack and like a small bag. He says, "Where's your stuff?" I'm like, "This is my stuff." "But you're moving here." I'm like, "Yeah." He says, "Where's your stuff?" I'm like, "This is my stuff." He's like, "Okay." Like, I don't have suitcases, bro. Like, what do you want me to have? Like, I don't need anything. So I arrive in Thailand. First, I came to Bangkok, and I just remember arriving and people just live. Like there's no bombing. People just walk. Yeah, everybody's happy. The food is nice. I'm like, do you know where I'm from? Like I come from a war. I'm just thinking like, why is nobody
too much order here?
Like why is nobody stressed? Like there's no curfew. I can just stay outside after 12. And then I arrived at somewhere like mid-April because it was Songkran, where they just, the water festival where it's like the Thai New Year where they just all shoot like water at you. And I just arrived there, and then this guy that's actually my colleague that works with me for years, he just messaged me. I didn't know, I never saw him. And he just messaged me like, yo, I'm also in Bangkok. I'm like, well, let's fucking go. So we go to Songkran, we get the guns, we get the water guns, we get the glass, we get all the stuff. And we just go shooting everyone. Dude, that was the first time I was happy in years. Like imagine for 2 years you're just being like bombed and fucking it's crazy, and now you're out there and you're having fun with people and nobody knows about war. And I'm like, well, this is fun. And then I go to Phuket and beach, island, and Jiu Jitsu, and too many Russians though, but it's an enjoyable experience. Now I'm feeling like a normal human again.
You remember, I mean, how to live again. Yeah.
Right. And I think that was so special because after a few wars of just constant stress. Because mind you, I'm meeting with my friend who's now also serving in the army. I meet with my friend, and we're like, let's meet in that park at those stairs. Cool. We see each other. So we hey, like, what's up? We meet each other. What's up? And my dog's with me, so he says hi, and then we're like, let's go walk. And the alarm, like the alarm goes off. We're like, we're gonna hide. Like, nah. So we just start walking. A few minutes, like, let's go get some coffee. We get in an underground coffee bar. We get some coffee. Open up the news. And there was a direct missile hit on the same stairs. Not a meter left, not a meter right. On the same stairs we just met at. A missile just...
Jesus.
So I'm like, a few minutes. Yeah. So these experiences kind of, and now you're in Thailand and nothing's happening. It's just a bunch of Russians that are like.
I mean, even listening to this is traumatizing, to be honest.
But mind you,
I don't want to have that experience, to be honest.
But even in that shitty experience, even in like, I think I went to the war broke out in in February, and I think by April. Also with that guy, by the way, with that friend I just said, we went to an underground stand-up comedy club. So it's in a bunker. You go in underground in a bunker.
It's in an actual bunker.
That was the first time I went outside. I was unshaved because everything's closed. No barbers. I'm a bum. I'm disgusting. And I'm come there and I'm like, oh my God, there's so many people. And the feeling it gives you, because outside there's a war, but inside right here we have a stand-up comedy show and we're laughing our asses off. And all of the money goes to the army. Yeah. And not only you're doing a good thing, but also you're laughing your asses off. And I would attend it every week. Every time I could attend it because it gave me this little bit of normalcy. Because I
understand.
Because when I have to go buy meat, there's no meat. There's a queue of people. When I want to eat, I have to go to my neighbor to eat. If I want to have transport, I can't because there's not really, and it's like everything's fucked up, and and fucking Bayraktars and dead Russians, and I'm just watching dead bodies every day, and suddenly there's like this, but we have stand-up comedy. You know what I mean? So
this is what the actual war zone looks like living in the place where there's a war going on. Like you are stressed all the time. You feel like you might die every day. Yeah. You don't get access to the regular stuff, but at the same time, the comedy keeps you alive or something.
it's so wild to describe, because I will see like online, and there's these dudes like posting or like girls posting stuff they're partying in Lviv or Kiev, and then these fuckers commenting, "Oh, I thought there's a war in Ukraine." Yeah, there's a war in Ukraine, but you're not gonna believe it. But the Germans and the Jews also continue their life like nothing's happening in the World War II.
Yeah,
like there's the war everywhere, but you can also like I have to work, I have to make money, I have to feed myself. I have to.
You still have to exist, right? I mean, you need to do regular
actual
stuff.
life still continues.
Yeah, I have to maintain relationships. Like our gym is like we had to, gyms were closed, so we could find a gym. I know I stopped doing jiu-jitsu, I started doing wrestling because I don't know, no jiu-jitsu gyms were open, but wrestling gyms were open. So, but then our wrestling gym is in a shopping mall. So if the alarm goes off, we have to evacuate. But then the alarm stops, so we go back in. It's like everything is super random. But like, dude, just a month ago, I had a fucking armored vehicle in front of my house shooting at a pharmacy, and now I'm in the same spot standing, and we're just doing wrestling. So or maybe you remember there was a super famous a picture where a tank drove over a car. In February or March 22, it was super famous. Like
I've
tank.
seen too many videos, but I don't remember that one. Yeah.
So basically, it's also my neighborhood. For some reason, my neighborhood where I lived, Obalon, in the north, everything happened there. I was just recording a video, and there's just like just shots fired and stuff. Basically, there was a little bit of friendly fire. People confused each other for a bit, and then one of armored vehicles was running away, and they're just like driving over stuff and drove over a car. And the guy got saved. The guy inside the car was completely like a wreck. Like you see the rotten.com, like just completely wrecked. Like the thing is just gore. But the guy inside is alive. They pulled him out. It's super crazy. So yeah, a bunch of that stuff. And now I'm in Thailand, and I'm like, like, what do you mean? You guys
too safe.
Yeah,
too much security.
Yeah. And then you're in Thailand, you're chilling, and all of these Russians are there. And I'm like, what do you mean? Yeah, like what do you mean? You stay away from me. And then they're like, oh yeah, but I'm against the war. I don't care. Stay away from me. And then I was just, doing my thing. I was just going to the beach. I was training. I was working. I was just making as much money as possible. I was recovering, like psychologically, financially. And that thing, like Thailand gave me this, how do you call it?
Peace or?
It showed me that, there's actually, I can still live, there's life outside of war. Because I was a little bit too invested in it, and then after a while, it also gets to you because of Thailand, especially Phuket, is like too much. It's beach, sand, relaxation. You're just chilling.
Too much.
It's too much.
Yeah, you're not used to it, right?
And also because
bro, this is absolutely amazing. It's just I think it's more than 3 hours now.
Bro, I can talk
People
for
are
hours.
just gonna get tired of this. I think we need to wrap this up. Holy shit, man. Even I cannot get my head wrapped around.
Yeah, there's just so much stuff.
But I know you can talk for 10 hours. We're gonna do the sequel of this one for sure. Like we usually do that
for this one.
A few months past.
For this one too. Yeah.
Dude, I have so much good stuff to say about Georgia. Wait.
Oh yeah, you want to? Can you kind of summarize it?
What exactly?
Georgia, good stuff about Georgia.
You've been here just for 6 months.
Yeah,
right?
But I think it's gonna take another half an hour. So maybe we do the
Georgia is controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos.
Controlled chaos, but I love it. I love the people. I love the food. I love every moment I spend here. Even the negative things is when someone hits my car and we go outside to fight. It's not even real. We just wave our hands. We're a little bit angry, and then okay, let's go, bro. Let's go.
You just need to start dating here.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, I think.
But you have to.
I have to get outside for that, and I work online and I work at home. So.
I think that's what's getting you depressed. You need to.
Yeah. Okay, maybe this episode I will meet Georgian girls. I'm available. My Instagram is not.
Well, the thing is, like, I don't want to say. So basically, if usually like some of the shorts go viral, and then a lot of lady attention comes in.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, I think something's gonna happen. Yeah. They're gonna like you. You have a story.
Sure, let's go. Let's bounce. Yeah.
In any case, amazing podcast episode, bro.
Thank you very much.
No, thank you for coming in.
Come on,
guys. I don't know if you're gonna watch the whole thing, but so the first part was mostly about doing these comparisons that we like about Europe and Eastern Europe and life in general. And the second part is heavy. So get ready if you want to hear about what it's like to live in an actual war zone in the Ukraine. I know some of you are very interested in that. I was for sure, but you know, it's kind of it's getting intense at some point.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's not an easy listen. So up to you if you don't watch it. In any case, subscribe us. This is the best fucking podcast in the whole Caucasus region. We invite real people with real experiences who actually have something to talk about. We yap and we make stupid jokes too, but everything is more or less authentic and real. So stay tuned for this one. Cheers. Bye-bye.